Yeah, Kevin Harvick, you saw go by Danica right there. His car looks really good. He's keeping it right on the bottom of the racetrack. That's where Kevin likes to run and tries to make his car work there all the time. Works well for him here.
We always talk about the limited sight lines compared to open wheel cars versus stock cars. Let's go back and show you this moment where Danica comes right up.
Yeah, this is where the track really flattens out off of turn 2, and not sure if she hadn't been told that the car was coming, or if her car just started losing the front end, which it'll do because the track really flattens out right there. Kyle Busch had to get out of the throttle.
Still outside. Still there.
That's what allowed Greg Biffle to take over the second spot.
So Danica continues one lap down now, as is Derek Cope, Brian Keselowski, Eric McClure, all one lap down. Right now we have a total of 30 cars on the lead lap. There you see Danica Patrick. Give you an update on her. She is running 40th right now. One lap down. There are 3 cars behind the wall: Eflin, Setzer, and Bornemann. So
come on, 2, 1, right here, stopping.
And they count Danica into her pit box. She's saying she's really uncomfortable getting into the corner, really loose. She feels the back end just moving around on her. She's not exactly sure how it's supposed to feel, so she's telling them she just needs to be tightened up a bit, especially to run up high. And guys, she talks about not being able to get into the corner as deep as the other guys. 4 tires tightened her up just a bit and filled her up with Sunoco fuel. But DJ, maybe you could talk about how important it is getting in deep into the corner to keep that momentum.
You know, yeah, and one of the things, and I saw her in practice, and without testing, that makes it so difficult because you're here with your primary car. You don't want to mess up, but you have to find those limits, and you're really not utilizing all the downforce of your car if you don't drive it all the way down in there. That's where it makes the most, and it could actually make her car drive a little bit better.
all right, we're going to step aside as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. But Danica Patrick has gotten her first speeding ticket from NASCAR exiting pit road. Here's the radio.
Hey, let's get ready to go. We're going to that orange sign, that black car. Go hard. Easy on the motor. Easy on the motor. Clear to the wall. Right there. Pit road speed. Up against the wall. Easy. Easy. 42. 42. 4200. Second.
For those of you wanting to check on Danica right now, as you can see, she is running in 37th position. She's gotten around Eric McClure and Josh Wise, still 1 lap behind the race leader.
Yeah, and speaking of Danica and thinking about that issue that she had of getting into the corner, I think they're going to have to do some things a little different with her car to get her tight enough to get into the corner, and then they'll have to work on probably being too tight in the center, but they need to let her be able to get down there where these other drivers are driving down in.
And they are closing in on Danica Patrick as she is 1 lap down, currently running in 35th position. As if you're just tuning in, let's recap what's happened so far. A lot of people tuned in last week as media coverage, as you can tell, has been everywhere. And the car just really not to her liking as she backed up all the way to 41st position. But after the first round of pit stops, the only bad news was she got her first speeding ticket exiting pit road. But she has since picked up from that 41st position and is now moved up to 35th. And her lap time's about a half second better.
Yeah, just watching the lap times this run versus last run, maybe even a little more than that. Not more like 3/4 of a second faster this set of runs or set of laps in this run. So she's definitely improving, and that's what she needs to do. And that's, you know, keeping the car in one piece and getting better every lap. That's what they set out to do.
I'm going to see if I can make it work better up top. Are people up top?
Yeah, there's a handful. Certain cars are.
You were talking earlier about how she has to force her way into that corner. She has to actually make it go faster to correct the problem.
Well, the speed, if you carry this car on down in the corner, you're going to have a little tighter aerodynamic situation. Now, it's hard to do that when your car's a little unsteady getting in. The first thing to do is slow up a little bit. But when you do that, you actually make the car looser yet. So sometimes you can't even slow down enough. You almost have to make yourself drive in there.
And there goes Joey Logano putting Danica now 2 laps down. And the reason I brought you up to that is because that's the same thing that happens at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rookies get in there and they have to force themselves to literally learn how to flat-foot it because the car is just unstable until you get there.